Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back. It's Happy Tech USA. Happy. And those are men behind me.
Why don't you make like a banana and shit?
Gran Turismo 7. I love it.
I love it.
It has immersive 7th generation console visuals.
Yes!
And it has super exciting microtransactions that Sony didn't let reviewers talk about before the game was released.
You serious?
And a new patch for Gran Turismo 7 means you have to grind even harder to get cars if you don't want to pay money via microtransactions. And Gran Turismo 7 was unplayable for approximately 24 hours due to maintenance. Gaming in the year 2022. It makes me rock hard.
Skip it up and that up.
With a 32-inch 4K Ultra HD resolution, a 98% P3 IPS panel with HDRI, FreeSync Premium Pro, 1 millisecond response time, and 144 Hz refresh rate, built-in 2.1 channel speakers powered by Trivolo Audio, an AI noise-canceling microphone for super clear voice communication, DSP chips to augment depth, clarity, definition, presence, and stereo field imaging, multiple ports that make it compatible with all different kinds of devices, and BenQ proprietary eye care technology for viewing comfort. The BenQ EX3210U is the perfect monitor for your PlayStation 5, Xbox Series consoles, or gaming PC. Click the link in the description to find out more. So you all wanted to call me Gran Turismo 7 haters, didn't you? I still think the criticisms in my video I did with my editor JKB are very valid. As a matter of fact, today he's working on my Wii U video. I'm editing this video all by myself. I'm all alone in this world today. But however you feel about the presentation and the visuals of Gran Turismo 7, love the game. I don't care. I gave my take on it. My editor gave his take on it. That's fine. But other problems have emerged with Gran Turismo 7, and that involves microtransactions. There was a new patch put out that makes it tougher to grind to get these cars because they want to incentivize you to actually spend money to get vehicles in the game. Because money. Remember there was a time that Sony was calling out Microsoft for being anti-consumer? Man, how times have changed.
This is how you share your games on PS4.
Thanks.
So this patch that was released for Gran Turismo 7 has reduced the payout for several races while fixing 2 late game races that were being used to farm credits due to a bug. So people were exploiting that bug so they could get more credits to earn these cars quicker. And no, Sony doesn't want you to do that, man. They want you to fork over more money than the $70 you spent for Gran Turismo 7. And keep in mind, I've talked about this before. Some of the cars that were in GT Sport that would cost you $5, the way they set up the credit system in Gran Turismo 7, you would have to spend $40 to get the same car. So the asking price for these microtransactions already increased exponentially, and then they want to try to incentivize you to spend actual money on these cars because they make it tougher to grind to actually get the cars in-game without spending money. So they were already ripping you off. I already made a video on this. Now, oh yeah, but you could grind to get the cars. You could just earn points by playing the game if you play a hell of a lot longer now. Come on, man. There's no way that you could spin this and say this is not anti-consumer. Give me a break.
I love it.
Now, keep in mind, it's not that you could just play the game for an hour or two and earn enough credits to get these cars. You're talking like dozens of hours. If you don't want to pay the microtransactions, if you don't want to pay actual money, dozens of hours to earn these cars in Gran Turismo 7. So Sony is basically trying to paint you into a corner. It's like, oh, you don't have to get these cars, but if you really want the full experience, sure, you could play the game for 670 hours, or you could just give us $40.
What? What the fuck?
It's so bogus, and if you're not annoyed at this, I don't know how you cannot be. You're just that diehard of a fanboy. Well, if that wasn't already infuriating enough, I have even more exciting news for you. Gran Turismo 7 was offline for 24 hours, and you couldn't play the game. Actually, over 24 hours. And you could, even single player mode, you could not play it. It was unplayable for over a full day. Let that sink in. Now, you think normally that wouldn't be too big of a deal, but because the game requires an internet connection for a huge portion of it, including a big part of the single player game, that pretty much means that people were locked out of Gran Turismo 7 for over a day. This is what Polyphony Digital had to say on Twitter regarding this. Due to an issue found in update 1.07, we will be extending the server maintenance period. We apologize for this inconvenience and ask your patience while we work to resolve the issue. And Direct Feed Games actually posted an interesting tweet from Sony that dates all the way back to June 2013. This is pre PlayStation 4, when they were really going for we're the pro consumer company, when they revealed the Xbox One as the anti-consumer company. Man, how much of a difference a console generation can make, huh? And this is what they tweeted back then. PS4 disc-based games don't need to be connected online to play. Thunderous, deafening applause. That was literally on PlayStation's Twitter account, and it's verified. You see the check mark there. What happened, Sony? Where'd you go? What happened to the old Sony? Oh, wait, this is the very successful Sony now that, hey, we make money no matter what, so we could be anti-consumer.
I'll make it rain all day long.
You know, it's funny, I'll admit it now. I bought a racing wheel for this game because a lot of people want me to experience Gran Turismo 7 the way it should be experienced. I'm not giving it enough of a chance, even though I still think it looks like a 7th generation game. And a lot of people were also saying, Rich, they're flat racing tracks. What do you want them to look like? I want them to look like what they look like in the introduction of each race when ray tracing is enabled and you're going around the car before you actually start racing. That looks like a current gen game. That's the same track that I see when I'm in the car and the graphics get significantly downgraded. It's the same track. Why can't it look like that? Obviously, the PlayStation 5 is capable of it. The game feels like a rush job to get a Gran Turismo 7 game out within the first couple years of the PlayStation 5 releasing. And then on top of it, you have these anti-consumer microtransactions. And then essentially the game has to always be online. What happened to June 2013 Sony? That was more pro-consumer. Now, I understand that was almost a decade ago. Technology has changed. The way people use the internet has even changed, and many more people have access to broadband internet 24/7. But there are issues that happen, like server maintenance, where people are like, all right, I can't play online, but I could still play the single-player game. You can't even do that. This is why everyone's still, I know there's a lot of people out there that defend physical media, and yes, if you want to trade in the games or sell the games, that is a benefit. But if you think buying, I don't have a cartridge here, if you think, we'll pretend the controller's a cartridge, if you think buying a physical cartridge means you own the game, you don't. You're just paying for a license. And Sony, yes, times have changed, the internet has changed, but you're not the same pro-consumer Sony that you were in 2013. I guess the success got to your head, and this is a perfect example of it. This is Rich of Review Tech USA signing out. Have a good one.
I love it.